I think we're here. Can you see me? Have you ever wondered if you should start making Christmas cards early? Well, I like doing that, and that's why you see poinsettia petals, pretty poinsettias, on my desktop today. That's what I'm going to share with you tonight. Hi. Took a few minutes there for YouTube to decide to work with me, but I'm here, and I'm happy that you're here with me. Hello, Sharon. I see your name popping up there. And everyone else, please comment, please chat with each other. I love the community that we've built, and I really hope that we can carry on doing cards together for a long time. My name is Marilyn. I'm coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves to create cards and share what I learned with all of you. So, pop your questions in the comments. If I can't answer them live, because I missed them going by or whatever, I will certainly get back to you later on. I love hearing from you. I love knowing if you like the cards. If you don't, let me know what else you'd like me to do. I'm always looking for new ideas and trying to share them with you. So I'm going to switch down to my desktop. I have a couple Stampin' Up! Things to share with you before we get started on the card. So I'm going to move these away now that you've seen a teaser of them. I will show you individually afterwards. Yes, this is the set I'm going to use tonight. If you have it, I hope you've tried some of these ideas, and if you haven't tried them yet, I hope you'll try them after this. But to begin with, I want to share the product of the month. It is called Glow of Harvest, and it really does glow. I've just arrived here, so I will show you close up and see if we can get the glow of it showing. There's 6 different designs, two sheets of each. It is one-sided, therefore it is quite a bit thicker than our normal DSP. And these are a couple samples Stampin' Up! Has done. It's available if you place your online order of $100 or more. For $7 you can get this package of paper, and like I say, it is gorgeous. So let me see if you can, I don't know if it's going to show any kind of shimmer, but it's like a pearlized background. So there's that design. This one with the acorns, that was the theme of our leaders event I was at on Monday in Calgary. It was about acorns and how they grow, but they need light and they need water and that kind of thing. So this one has, they're not dandelions. Those look closer to dandelions, but they're not the right color, but just fall colors, just beautiful. Another one upside down in my world with leaves, pumpkins that appear on the light color side, but they're all gorgeous. And these are like seed pods. Look almost like the rose hips that we used to find alongside the road. We're out in the country. So if you're interested in that paper, it's a great deal, only $7. So the other thing that's happening is a paper sale, 15% off select designer series paper and cardstock. The cardstock does not include the new in colors for this year. It does include some of the others, and it includes a lot of two-tone papers. So the two-tone cardstock is a great deal. It's 12 by 12, so you can get lots of mileage out of that for your card making projects. So just check it out. You'll find it. If you get my newsletter, there was a link to it in the last 2 weeks for sure, and will be for next week. And if not, just go to the website and look for the designer paper sale. So hello Pam, good to see you there. Keep chatting, and we're going to make some cards here in a minute. Just want to share with you where I found this set. It is in the July online exclusives. It's as a bundle, or you can buy it individually. And as a bundle, you get 10% off with getting it. So I have most of my pieces cut for what I want to show see if I can show this a little closer. I don't know if you've used the impressions plate, but this is the die cut without using the impressions plate. So it is detailed. There, you should be able to see it there. But when you use the impressions plate, it is much more detailed. As you can see, I just, without the impressions plate, with the impressions plate. So I'm going to cut one and show you exactly how you have to, how you do use that plate, because it's not tricky. It's just pretty special with how it works. And then we'll get into making the card. So I'm going to use just one of the poinsettia leaves. And I understand those are leaves. They just turn red color. I don't remember how they turn red. I did hear it somewhere. But they are all called leaves when in the world of plants. And I'm certainly not an expert on that. So, oh, Pam, you weren't sure how to use it. Okay, it's actually not that difficult. And first of all, you die cut it. And when you do get the impressions plate, it comes in this envelope with instructions. And I do have to go back to them quite often. So just hang on to that piece, Pam, when you get it, okay? So basically, you do your die cutting. And my plates are pretty well worn, but they do still work. So I'm just going to die cut it. So I'm glad to hear you've got this, Pam. Do you have the Pretty Poinsettias as well, or just the impression plate to go with other sets? Stampin' Up! Has quite a few sets that it works with now. So then, when you take it off, you try to keep it in the die, like it is there. You turn it over. Whoops. Take that plate off. Turn it over and leave plate 2. Okay, so you've got 1 and 2. Then you place the impressions plate on, and it's staticky. It does pick up a lot of lint, but it doesn't hurt it. And I know some people are worried that if you lay it down, it might move it or whatever. If you want to make sure that it doesn't, start at the end and just kind of roll it down. And then you need your plate number 4. So again, just very carefully lay that on, and you run it through again. So that's with the die with the cutout piece upside down. And I'm just going to stop right there because you should be able to see, you can see it's pushing this out. And that's what it does. That's normal. That's what you should see happening, is that it's kind of squishing it together, and that comes out a little bit longer than the plate. Doesn't hurt anything. Like I say, it's kind of a rubber feeling piece to use. So that was my, and then now you need your, somewhere I have it, take your pick tool or something like that to get it out, and it comes out with the very detailed part there. So as easy as that to use it. So hopefully you'll give it a try and enjoy it. That's the whole object. So that's all the die cutting I'm going to do there, because like I said, I have my pieces cut. And I'm going to put this back before I lose it, because you know how that happens. We have all had dies disappear once in a while, right? So I'll show you my getting to know you sheet. I haven't got the stamped images, but I do have all of the die cutouts. These cut, there are 2 on a die, so you get 2 when you cut them. Some leaves, some other leaves, and this leaf also looks, and I'll show you samples of that if it goes through with that embossing plate, it really adds detail to it. And this die cuts out if you stamp an image. And I will do some stamping there eventually, or I did on some of them. So any comments? Hello, Anne from Australia. Good to see you. Anne Marie, glad you're here. Pam, Gail, hello, everyone. Good to see you. This is the stamp set I'm using. I have 6 or 7 samples to show you after we put this card together. So please ask questions. And if anyone online with us tonight can answer them, that's great. And if you can't, I will certainly look at them all afterwards and answer them then. So regular card size, 8.5 by 5.5. And I have already embossed this layer with this embossing folder that is in the Halloween section, but I love it. It's swirls of magic, but you can see stars in it and swirls, and to me that screams Christmas. That is just going to go on here. And on some of the cards I did figure out and attach my poinsettia before I attach that. I am going to attach it flat. And my rule, and those of you who have watched me for a while know that I'm quite concerned about thickness for mailing, so I will attach it flat. Oh, Marie, that is great news. Marie lives quite a ways away from us here in Spruce Grove, and she has been trying to sell her place there, her and her husband, and they've sold it, so they are going to be moving closer to us. Love it, Marie. Look forward to meeting you in person instead of just online. Isn't that great how we can create a community like this and then move around the world and still be connected. So there's my base with my embossing folder on it, or embossed piece. And these pieces I had cut beforehand, and because these are so tiny, I put them in one of our clear envelopes to save them. And I'll just piece this all together. There's no, Pam, I know you were questioning, that one I've got a duplicate, so I'll move it. Because there was what? 1, 2, yeah, there's four die cut of leaves. And I cut 2 of these are the flower part. I cut 2 of the leaves, and those were done with the impression on gold foil, so you can see lots of detail in them as well. I may not use all of that. So what I did with making all my other cards, here it looks like I've only got one of those little guys after all of that careful maneuvering. Oh, but I will make do with it somehow. So I didn't, Pam, I know because you have it, but anyone else who also has this, I don't think there is a set plan for how you put these flower pieces together. I started with this one because it to me was the largest, and used a little bit of liquid glue in the center. And laid the others on. Before I do that, I am going to very gently, because there's hardly anything holding the center of this, I'm going to fold, curve, whatever you want to call it, the other layers. And I want it to be a full flower, so I want to try to fill all these little openings as I put each layer on. Now that one's not very good because it's right on top of the other one. So because it's liquid glue, I can move it a little bit like that. So I'm going to, again, very gingerly use my bone folder and my thumb to add some curve to these. And you'll see in some of the others. And if you're mailing these cards, they're not going to stay curled and puffy like that very long anyway. So then my next one, I'll put another little dab of glue. And let's see if you want that hole filled. Like that. Just hold it for a little bit. Try to read your comments. Please keep commenting. That's how I pick the winner, whoever's going to get this card from the comments that are on here, as well as throughout the week. I did the draw today, and I haven't seen if you're on here, but Gail, you were the winner for that card from last week. So that will be coming in the mail to you before long. So there's no purchase necessary, anything else. And just while I'm chatting with you as we're doing this, I want to remind you that being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator is not difficult. You get a discount on your own purchases, and on whatever your customers buy, you get a percentage, depending on levels and everything. But it is possible. But if you want to just join as a demonstrator and purchase for yourself, you're more than welcome to do that too. We have so much fun in our team things we do. I do a meeting a couple times a month, and it's not really a long business meeting that you have to be bored at. It's usually just sharing information and having lots of fun together. So there is my poinsettia. But before I put it on, I want to try and figure out what to do with my leaves. And I'm thinking it should go something like that. But then I have this cut out for a greeting, so I should do that. Stamp that. Oh, you know what? Before I do that and I lose it, I'm going to add my little gold centers here. And, whoa. Oh dear. They do come, I don't know if you can see that, they're in two different sizes. So I'm going to put the larger one on first. And hold it just a minute. Oh, Marie, you received a card. Good for you. And happy you're moving close to me. That's awesome. And I understand, I know you have family close by too, Marie, so that's even better. Because I have my family close by, and I really appreciate that. So there are my two little centerpieces, and then I will be adding a antique pearl that I've colored red. Did you know you could do that? You can color them with your blends, let them dry, and then you can put them on. So I'm thinking something like that. And now I'm going to take, I have picked Marion Bright from this set. Any one of these would fit. And I'm using real red because this is real red. I see on my camera that it kind of looks like it's Poppy Parade, but it's not. It is real red. So I'm going to stamp that. It's not a very thick font, but I really love how it's a curvy font to go with my curvy background, right? Put that away before I get my fingers in it. And decide how we're going to put this all together. And those leaves are pretty big. They are going to be trimmed down because I want this to go on here as well. So let me And definitely I can save these other pieces that I'm not using to use on a different card or a different way. And I'm going to glue those down with just liquid glue, just a little bit on the base of them so that the ends of them kind of fly free. And depending on where they go, I might have to trim a little bit or curve them up a little bit so they... So please keep chatting. Please bring a friend along to create and watch with you next time. I'd love to have lots of people join us. And as I said before, please send me ideas, send me suggestions. And then that's what I'm going to do. And I am going to use dimensionals on that, this and this. So I'm going to put this down first because it's kind of important that I have my greeting on there, right? And then for the poinsettia itself, I did use dimensionals because I want them to, I want it to be popped up a little bit. And for some reason, I keep getting the top layers off of those. Oh. And that is it, except for my red pearls that I'm going to put on. So I'm thinking, I really don't want to cut that off if I can help it. If I curve it a little bit. And you know what? If you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I've been making envelopes from my retired, that one's pretty, designer paper. And if I use that, let me just grab one. I want to show you that. It's not color coordinating, but it is an envelope, and I make them just a little bit bigger so that I don't have to worry. And look, at it would be over and it would be okay. So that's another thing that works well if you make your own envelopes like that. So okay, so that is my card for tonight that someone will win, and I will send it to you in an envelope like that. Now let me show you the other ones I did with so many different... Oh no, let me back up. Let me put my pearls on. Somebody didn't tell me that. So they're shiny because I did them that way, and I think I will put one right on there because I like the looks of it. And you ever make that indecision like that? Like, just make a decision and get it on there. So there's my three, not quite a triangle, but odd numbers is good. So now I'm going to show you these, and then I'm going to show you some cards we made in our Christmas card class today, where we had a lot of fun, didn't we, Pam and Sharon? And Betty, if you're on here, yes. So let's start with other colors. I've done white with a little bit of sponging and blueberry bushel. This is a textured paper. Lucky I wrote things on the back. It's got a shine of its own. so it shows up. So there's one very similar, the Merry and Bright, but it's in blues. And I did put that extra leaf on the inside. So I may do that on that one too. Another one with silver and the same. And that one, I put the poinsettia on the circle, and then I put the greeting on the inside. So it can go this way. Another one with the green from that same package. It had green, blue, and I don't think it was red. It was anyway, it's a paper that we can't get anymore, and I have it in my stock, so I used it. And one of the other stamps. Another one with a different stamp again, and I used the glimmer brushes that we have to color that in. I did not use the impression folder on that one. So it's kind of flat, which is okay for Christmas. And it does have a die cut for the center as well, and a couple stamped out leaves. Another one, I used a pink shimmer die cut here, and just 'tis the season. Doesn't have a poinsettia on this one, just Christmas paper. Another one with a copper paper, and I embossed this with heat embossing to go together, and the pearls that I colored again. This one is done with the this is a Golden Glow ink, Real Red, and Nature Hues textured paper. So that's a textured paper, and it does have a fleck in it, like we had paper a long time ago called confetti paper, and it's similar to that, but I think it really matches the Golden Glow ink on there. This is one of my favorites. I used the pink shimmer paper, which is what's here, with Misty Moonlight, and I did some sponging of the pink on here, Barely Blush and Misty Moonlight. So Barely Blush ink, because the white circle was just too bright in my world. And last but not least of these, I've got the shimmer paper from, I believe it's from Lily of the Valley section in the catalog. I cut the leaf out of that. I did do some sponging to add some darkness on these, and I colored this in just with a red blends, and I've got the other leaf, part of the leaf down here. So you don't have to, shimmering stripes, that's called. You can cut them apart and do whatever you want with them to make them yours, right? Oh, you like the pink one too, Tam? Yes, thank you, thank you. So that's the poinsettia ones. I'm hoping you like them. I hope if you have the set, you will also make some and share them on my Saturday share, like always. And if you don't have the set, you know where to find it. And if you don't have a demonstrator, just reach out to me. So today in our Christmas card class, this is one of the cards I made, and I used the new pine cone something it's called. It comes with masks, and you can shade different colors. Because I have the blue on here, I used various shades of blue there. This is the other sample I'd made of that, just using some retired paper. And I think it was Betty in our group today, she had the same paper, and she had a larger tree with the bear standing just on here. It looked really good. And there's a place to write on the back of that card. And it does stand up. This one is a Z fold. We've done lots of those, but it's using more paper, just some different words. I don't think those are out of here. I don't remember where those words are from. And some of those little tiny peppermint embellishments. Place on the back to write on. And a fancy fold that does stand up. And it was a little bit tricky to get the template piece in there, but we got it, and we got it to fold. So another card there. This is another one done with the same package of paper, which happens to be in strips, so it worked really well for that. And This card is the one that we did last week in our Zoom with friends. And again, any of you that want to join that, it's Fridays at 1 o'clock Mountain Time here. And we have so much fun. Other people teach it. I run the Zoom. And we just have a great time together, creating, laughing, joking, and getting to know each other. And this is the card that Carolyn taught us. And it went this way, but I saw today or yesterday someone who did the same card and stood it up this way. Pardon me. And it was with different papers. So there's lots of possibilities with all of these designs. So I hope that you will continue to have fun with making cards and mailing them, sharing them online. And it's just a great way to spend our time together. I will see you next time. Take care now.